this video, we are going to cover email signatures. There's a lot of different places that you can send emails from, and that also means there's a lot of different ways that you could insert an email signature. So we're going to show you the basics, a couple more advanced settings, and where you can put all of these signatures. So the first thing you're going to do is log into your account, go to settings, and you'll be met with this profile view. If you scroll down to the bottom here, past where you can reset your password, you will see the option for email signature. Now you could do the first most basic version, which is just to type an email signature like this. And you could format it also if you wanted with a little bit of the basic tools that are included here. But if you wanted to make it a little bit more exciting than this absolutely dashing signature that we've just knocked up in 2 seconds, there's a couple of other ways that you can do it too. So another way that you can insert an email signature is just to delete it all and insert an image. And that would be going to click on the insert/edit image, choose a URL that has an email signature, or you can upload a photo. Here's one that we downloaded that we found online, which is quite generic. And what you can do is once you've inserted it, you can make that a bit of a better size to manage. Another option is to just insert some code. So what you can do is go to Google and just search for email signature generator. And what it will do is allow you to put in some of your basic text and it will automatically generate some code for you. So this is something that we made through one of those websites that we found. I think this one was actually through HubSpot. So we've made this email signature for Samantha Smith. We're going to go with this because it's nice, it's very pretty, and we can customize this further in some other different ways of making signatures. So we'll use this as a baseline. Now your 2 options for email signatures is to enable signature on all outgoing messages or include the signature before the quoted text and replies. So I'm going to turn on both of these, and by doing that, every single time you go to conversations and go to write an email, it will automatically bring this email signature up. So as you can see, when I switch over to a conversational view, when you go to type in an email, the signature automatically appears just below. Now, if you had it turned off so email signature on all outgoing messages wasn't turned on, when we come across to send a new message, you just go to Custom Values, User, and Signature. And that will insert this when you send it. So if we do press send, because this is going to one of our test details, you can see when we expand it, it has brought that email signature across. So that is the very basics of email signatures, but let me show you a couple of tricks if you have a bit of a bigger business and maybe you have a couple of different email signatures, or if you have a couple of different departments that you might be sending your emails from. So let's go back across to settings and we'll set up an email template. So this is one that I have made using the basic details from the code we just created. But by using an email template, we can customize it with custom values. Setting up an email signature as an email template has a lot of different great uses depending on how your company is set up. If you have multiple locations, or maybe you're managing a couple of different entities from within the one account, you could set up each location and each entity as a different email signature. In this example here, I have set up a Christmas template signature. One of the great benefits of this is you can put in custom values. So for example, for custom values, you can replace all of the information with these under the user. So when any user inserts this email template and sends it out, it will automatically bring in their name, their phone number, and their email address. Then we just customize it with a couple of little bits. And that means that every time you go to send an email, so we'll save this and go back to the conversation, your user would have to make sure they go use template, insert that, and you can see it appears here, and they would just move that lower and start typing in their message. So this is your email signature, a couple of different options for when you are directly emailing someone from within this area of conversational messaging. Now, all of these options and different ways of including an email signature still do apply for your campaigns. So depending on how your campaign is set up and who it is coming from, it will need to have its own email signature. If this is something that you're going to be using a lot, and say for example you change locations or business, but you don't want to have to go through and update every single individual campaign and try and suss out where it might be, a customizable email signature is the best way to go. So if you typed out your newsletter, the first option is you can absolutely type out your signature. The disadvantages is if any of these details change, you will have to come through and you will have to edit these on every single campaign that these details are on. This would be the same if in all of your campaigns you put the signature in as an image, which as we showed you can absolutely do this way. But one of the best options that we definitely recommend for campaigns is to include an email signature that in some way uses custom values. So you absolutely can include some kind of code when you are creating your campaigns. We absolutely recommend, even if you're using code or if you're just typing it in, we'll delete this picture for a moment so we don't get confused. We absolutely recommend that you use custom values. So you might want to keep the owner's name and the owner's title. So we can make this great, and we can insert some custom values. So I believe we've put in a custom value for a owner email address, or you can make this info at that email address, and also the best phone number for the email signature. So we'll go owner phone number, but you can make that the reception phone number or whatever you want. If those details change, instead of having to update every single campaign, you can just change that value. You can create as many custom values as you want, including the business website, the business physical address. And then every time you create a new campaign, you can just come into a campaign that you've already got set up and copy it and paste it. So that is email signatures, including the 2 different places you might send emails, which is from the Conversations tab and also from a campaign. And it just covers a couple of quick different ways that you can include an email signature, from using custom values to images to coding your own signature as well.